Hello YouTube, Scamp the Wolf here, back with another video for your viewing pleasure, and guess what? STARSET finally came out with their new album entitled Silos. It just came out tonight on Spotify, and as of this video's recording, and yeah, this has been a long time coming. Several singles were released without an album announcement. I kind of ranted about that earlier in the year, that there was no album announcement, and now we got the album announcement, so and we got the new album too, so that's pretty much a good thing, I guess, for Starset fans for sure. This has been a long time coming, and the sales and the streams from the singles alone could make this album do reasonably well in the Billboard 200 chart. Who knows? Um, Brave New World, the first single, got nearly 15 million, so hey, that's just me. But anyway, yeah, Starset new album. I definitely like the direction that the stuff that I heard from the album beforehand um, was going in. I liked that they had a lot of the cinematic stuff going on that they usually do with Starset. You know, they're very immersed in the atmosphere of their works, the ambience, the kind of like the whole story, the vibe, like the gimmick of the band, and all that kind of stuff, which has always been kind of interesting. I mean, like even in their weakest moments, which I thought Horizons was kind of a disappointment because it kind of just felt like another Starset album, basically. Like, don't get me wrong, it was solid for sure, but it was kind of like a step down. So was Transmissions, I would probably say, even though I think Transmissions, no, Divisions, sorry, not Transmissions. That was the debut album. Divisions was the step down from Vessels, which I thought was a great album. Really put Starset in the limelight as a band to look out for, along with Transmissions, the album that I mistakenly said was the album. Whatever, forget about that. But anyway, we have Silos here, and yeah, this is definitely a step up in regards to Horizons. I thought this album was very, very good, in my opinion. Like, there's not really a lot of weak links to the album. There are moments that are like a little bit weaker than some others for sure, but like this is a very solid stuff, and the production very good, very digitalized, which could be a problem. I'm not gonna deny that some of the like digital aspects of Starset could turn some people away because it's too digital or whatever. There's a lot of like electronic usage, but I think the electronic usage in Starset music definitely works well to their advantage, especially on some of these songs where they get a little bit heavier, like Brave New World, for example. Like, I think that song's relatively fine, but like I definitely appreciate the heaviness. Sorry, can't talk today. Um, and then we get like Degenerate, and then like Toxic, where they're extremely in your face with everything they're doing, and it really works well. Like when I played last year when these two songs came out, I definitely enjoyed them a lot for sure. Um, as standalone singles for sure. Like I thought they were done they were trying new things like with what they were doing, like, and also like Toxic has kind of a new metal approach with like some of the stuff with kind of like the bridge part and then like the heaviness and stuff like that. Like definitely does work very well. In my opinion. The interludes work, and I appreciate this time that they're like separated in between the tracks, like as opposed to. I mean, there's some songs that probably have like little instrumental outludes and and like outros and stuff like that. But like, there's like stuff like Antihero's Journey, and then like Rise of Messenger, and and the opening track Presence, which are all instrumental tracks, like trying to set the mood, like intros to like songs and stuff like that. I think it's done very well. um there's a lot of good stuff on here that's very cinematic sounding, very like they're focusing a lot of the atmosphere, and I think the vocalist Dustin Bates sounds very good on these tracks, for sure, better than he's been. I mean, like, he's always been good. This time he's definitely produced to be very good. I believe Zach Cervini mixed this album. I'm gonna look at the credits here. Joe Rickard produced it, which is um, a part of like Howard Benson's protege, I guess, in terms of like mixing. But he's produced stuff before. He's been in the Red Camp before. He's been in Flames. He's been in all this stuff, and he does a good production job along with whoever's mixing it. Could be Zach Cervini. It could be somebody else. Who knows? But um, yeah, it's very like you get like immersed in like the overall vibe of the album, and that's something I definitely appreciate. Um, More so than other Starset albums, especially Horizons, which definitely did like I said, definitely felt like a Starset album for sure, but it was missing some of that like flair, I guess, some of that like kick. It just kind of felt like it was going through the motions, and by no means this is. I know I'm comparing the two albums a lot, but this doesn't really sound. I'm not trying to like compare the two albums. I want each album from Starset to be judged on its own merits, and I think Silos did a good job with that. But it doesn't really sound like other Starset albums. I mean, you could argue Divisions for sure, um, but even then, Division, I think Silos has its own identity. It has its own more like epic sounding identity from Divisions, which like was definitely more electronic leaning for sure. Silos like kind of has it all. There's some choral arrangements on some tracks that which I think are pretty like it's good like movie trailer music kind of sounding stuff. And like if you want to go to Starset for that specifically, then I don't see any problem with it. Like I definitely would say this album is definitely not going to pique everybody's interest for sure because like I said, the electronics and stuff and like I don't know, the whole like vibe of it, this kind of breaking Benjamin in space doesn't it attracts it has its fans, it also doesn't have its fans at the same time, and it's kind of an acquired taste for sure, and a lot of people have um acquired that acquired taste, for lack of better words, and definitely enjoy the band for what they're trying to do here, and I definitely do. I definitely think Starset are have like up their creativity level in the writing and all that kind of stuff, and overall, I think this is a solid effort. So this is probably getting kind of a mid to strong 8. I am very impressed with this album. This isn't like this isn't top 5 material or anything like that, but I definitely enjoyed the experience. This is definitely some good stuff. So definitely tell me what you guys think of Starset and their album Silos. Oh, and I forgot to mention there are some covers on the album that are done very well. Head Over Heels, which is good. Um, One of the singles, and then Shattered Dreams is also. I know that's a cover. I don't know who sings it, but I forgot who sung it. I know it's a cover. I read it was a cover. Yeah, I think I like how they took Head Over Heels into a completely different direction than what a lot of people have done, like Who Was Stank, for example, when they covered it. But I guess I'm just rambling on. I already gave this a score. It's kind of in the eights somewhere, like in the 8 pantheon. So take that for what it's worth. So, like I was trying to say, leave your thoughts about Silos by Starset in the comment section down below. This is Camp the Wolf signing out. Take care.